Hi everyone, my name's Sam. I'm married to Katie and we have a son called Daniel who's 3. I'm a physiotherapist and I work for the local NHS musculoskeletal service, which means I spend my day helping people to recover after injuries to their body. I'm not originally from Worcester. In fact, I grew up in a small island in the middle of the English Channel called Guernsey. Here's a map. In fact, it's so small you can't even really see it on that map. I moved to the mainland, as I call it, to study at university and ended up staying. And Katie and I moved to Worcester in 2015, and we've been coming to Wood Green ever since. And it's on that tiny island that I grew up in a family that loved Jesus and was taught the gospel, attending church from an early age. From that young age, I knew I was a sinner and that I'd fallen short of God's goodness and holiness. And after attending a dramatisation of the Easter story and a presentation of the gospel with my family, I went home that night and prayed, asking God for forgiveness and for Him to be in charge of my life. And I've been trying to follow Jesus ever since. It certainly hasn't been easy. There have been ups and downs along the way. I certainly haven't been perfect, but God is, and I'm thankful for His faithfulness to me. Christmas is such a great time of year. Thoughts of festivities, food, family, and extra football on the telly initially spring to mind. And superficially, my Christmas looks a lot like everyone else's. However, fundamentally, faith makes a difference to this time of year. When the Bible talks about Jesus' arrival at the very first Christmas, it says, "You will give him the name Jesus because he will save people from their sins." And this leads me to thankfulness to God for sending Jesus to earth to save people like me from sin, and also to have hope in sadness. This year we lost our daughter Alice, and we joined many with an empty space in our hearts and around our dinner table this year. The story of Christmas gives me hope that this broken and painful sin-stained world that we live in is not all there is. So even though things will be quite different this year, the fundamental reason for celebrating doesn't change.